Sightings of UFOs in Colares were from fishermen returning to shore after work. They reported seeing luminescent orbs flying towards the shore from the sea. These orbs were multiple different colors, ranging from red, orange, yellow, blue, and green. Other UFOs that were reported were more mechanical in nature, and some UFOs people didn't even know how to classify because they were so strange. They were reported flying erratically in ways not possible from planes or helicopters. A 44-year-old fisherman named Manuel João de Oliveira Filho would say of one of his early encounters that he saw what looked like an umbrella-shaped object hovering 13 feet off of the ground. It then shot a vivid white light into the ground and moved away silently. A carpenter named João Dias Costa and a fisherman named João de Cruz Silva reported seeing luminous spheres that would fly and occasionally swoop down close to the ground. A resident named Sebastião Wernick Miranda was quoted as saying, "I was there with my wife, Palmira, in front of the church on the seafront, when at about 8 p.m. we saw an intensely vivid orangish light coming from the sea towards the town. As it approached, it climbed and then moving rapidly, vanished towards the inner part of the island. At first these UFOs seemed odd, but harmless, and the townsfolk were intrigued. But soon, the UFOs would take on a different nature. Pretty soon these UFOs began to focus their attention on the residents of Colares, and began harming them on the streets and even in their homes. Some of the common things these UFOs allegedly began doing to people was stunning them, leaving them paralyzed, shooting light beam rays at them that hurt and burnt the victims. Some reported being pricked and feeling like something was inserted into them. And lastly, some reported that it felt like these UFOs were sucking their blood. This earned them the nickname Chupa Chupa, which translates to suck suck in Portuguese. Some victim accounts are as follows. 49-year-old resident barber Carlos Cardoza de Paula reported, "Everybody else was asleep. I was just still having my last smoke when suddenly a ball of fire entered our house and up near the ridgepole. It started shooting around and around the room and then finally came right close to my hammock. It ran up my right leg as far as the knee without touching my skin. I watched with much curiosity as it then moved across to the other leg. Then I started to feel feeble and sleepy. My cigarette fell from my hand and I came to and let out a yell. The fireball quickly vanished and everybody woke up. I think it had been searching for a vein in my body but didn't manage to do so. As its brightness grew, I felt a sort of heat coming from it." 44-year-old farmer Manuel Matos de Souza would say, "I was sleeping. It was about 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, on Tuesday, when through the gaps in the shack wall over the door I saw that rays of bright light penetrated with great intensity. I got up, and opening the door, I saw a strange object standing 5 meters more or less from me. Inside, a couple laughing out loud as if they were making fun. Even chained by the red rays that reached me, I quickly went into the house picking up my shotgun. I pointed towards the ship, pulled the trigger, but to my surprise, the gun did not fire. At this point, the right side of my body started to go numb. That was when I screamed for my wife and my children, with panic in the house. Meanwhile, the device disappeared without making a noise, disappearing into the sky.